obviously he's heavy loaded, because coming up the mountain he was doing about, it wasn't a very big incline either, he was doing about 30 miles an hour. Now he's coming down the other side doing 80. So people don't think too far ahead. They don't think about their own safety or anybody else's. So let's answer a couple of questions on power only. I still get a few of the same questions over and over, especially when I'm at shippers, receivers. It's like there's something on fire up there. It's a beautiful area. So just some answered some questions real quick on power only. What type of equipment do you need to do power only? You don't need diddly squat. It's completely up to you what you want to do, but you can haul a van, trailer from now until end of time. You don't have to pick up any other kind of trailer. You might need a couple of straps and a lock, and occasionally maybe a seal, but yeah, nothing special as far as that goes. If you want to maximize your dollar and what loads you can get, you might need some other equipment if you want to do some flatbed runs. Most of the time you don't need any equipment on the flatbed runs except for maybe a bar to keep the straps tight. Occasionally you might need some straps, but there's no big investment really needed. And when they do advertise those loads, they'll tell you exactly what they need, but most of the time they do all the securement themselves, so you just pick it up and go. What type of trailers? It could be anything, any type of trailer that you can possibly imagine that's manufactured here in the States. It's on that board. It just depends on how adventurous you are and what you want to do. I would familiarize yourself with the different types of trailers and what they might take, because you might run into things like frac tanks that sit directly on the ground, or drop deck trailers where you need hydraulics or a pony motor. But nothing you can't figure out. One thing I do, I get the question about money a lot. Can you make a good living? And yes, you can make a very good living, depending on how you want to run, an area you're in. Lots of different factors. But I do get this feeling that people are watching other YouTube channels, especially the new guys getting into trucking, and they're watching some of the more popular YouTube channels, and they're thinking, oh, I can make $7-8 a mile. And I would be willing to bet, and it might be something I do later today, that if you went on YouTube and did a search for $6 a mile loads, or $7 a mile load, or $8 a mile load, you probably get the same one or two guys that come up that claim that every load they get pays $8 a mile. I would be willing to bet good money that your search would come up with that same guys. And I'm not saying that's not the case. What I'm saying is you got to ask the questions, just like anything else. The comparison that I'll do and the biggest difference between power only and having your own van, and the reason I like power only, is there's not much wasted time. And when these guys are telling you they're making $7-8 a mile, you have to read between the lines and look at the things that they're not telling you. And I'll do a quick comparison. So I might get a load that pays $3 a mile. I go hook up to it. I'm in and out in 15 minutes. I drive 300-400 miles. I drop the trailer on the other end. Takes me 10 minutes, and I put that money in the bank, and I'm off to get another trailer, and if I want to, or go home. No wasted time there for the most part. these guys that are telling you they're making $6, $7, $8 a mile on every load they get, obviously they're trying to get hits on their channel. But the things that they're not telling you is they had to pick up that load at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning, and they had to wait 2, 3, 4 hours to get loaded. Then they did their driving, and whether or not they had any stops on it, and they had to unload themselves or whatever. So they finally get to their final destination, but it's an appointment time for 9 or 10 o'clock the next night, and they wait there for 2 or 3 hours to get unloaded. So yeah, they might have made $6, $7, $8 a mile, but they wasted a day and a half to get that, whereas I didn't have any wasted time sitting around. And I picked up another load where they're going to have to wait, do their 10-hour break and pick up the next load in the middle of the day. So at the end of the week, it might come out to be a pretty even comparison if you hustled at Power Only. Normally, and most of the time, if you have your own van trailer, you are going to make more. But to me, you also have to add in the time factor. Time is as important to me as how much I get paid per mile. For most of the guys with the van, they don't even think about that. All they think about is picking up that load and what they get paid per mile, not that they spent 3 hours waiting at the shipper or receiver. And maybe that's the way you should think about it, but I do not like that wasted time. And especially for me, I don't have a lot of patience, so Power Only is the way to go for me. But if you want to maximize your dollar and you're trying to make the choice between van or Power Only, go ahead and you have the money, go ahead and buy you a van. You're going to make more money in the long run. But one thing you have to consider also is that at the end of the day, if that van is a piece of crap, I just drop it off at the receiver and they take care of it, and I drive to the house or wherever and go to sleep. If you got your own van trailer, you're paying for those new tires, you're paying for the maintenance, you're paying for that tire to be brought out to you while you're on the side of the road, broke down. Different things to think about, and it's what's important to you and how you run and how you want to run your business that will make that final decision for you. But as you can see, or I may not be able to tell, I'm headed east. Beautiful scenery. This is what I like doing. I'm on a Power Only run, but it's a little bit different in that I picked up a loaded trailer. I took it out to California, and now I can use the trailer. They want the trailer back at point A, so now I can use this trailer to pick up however many loads it takes to get back. They didn't really give me a time frame, but most of these, what you would consider a loadout, they want you to just kind of run a straight line to get that trailer back to them. So to me, this is the most efficient type of loadout. You're picking up a trailer that's already loaded, so you have some confidence that the trailer's in good shape and ready to go, and it's inspected and everything. Sometimes when you're doing if you're looking on the boards at those loadouts, you have no idea if they're just an old junk trailer sitting around or if it's been inspected and flat tires or what. So different strokes for different folks. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope your trucks treat you good. We'll catch you in the next video.